I've got a Nintendo 64.
You're gonna be joking me!
Gentlemen, this is...
What's up everyone, Adam from FWCI, and I might as well keep progressing through the Jurassic Park pitch meeting series. I love the entire franchise, and I find Ryan from Screen Rant to just be hilarious. I really get his sense of humor, so I'm always happy to watch any videos from him. The last Jurassic Park movie reaction thing I did was the pitch meeting for The Lost World. Somebody jumped in the comments on that video to let me know about Camp Cretaceous on Netflix. I have watched Camp Cretaceous. In fact, I binged the first season in one night when it first came out, and then I binged the second season in one night when that one came out as well. I love Camp Cretaceous. I guess I just wanted to make sure I took a moment to mention that in these videos here. I was thinking about doing a review of it. I'm not sure exactly how popular it is, but if you have any sort of opinion about Camp Cretaceous, please let me know in the comments, because that was a show that I think is awesome. I recommended it to my mate. He has a kid. I'm like, look, if you want to watch something the kid will probably enjoy, but it isn't mind-numbing for you, give Camp Cretaceous a try, because it's very well written, great voice acting, definitely worth a look if you're into Jurassic Park. But I'm into Jurassic Park. In fact, I'm into the Jurassic Park III pitch meeting. This one should be interesting. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that we're going to get a whole bunch of Alan jokes and the talking raptors. Oh man, they're not going to be polite to this. Who else is there? Kirby is in this one. If they didn't bring back Alan Grant in this movie, I think that this would have just been like the makers of Jurassic Park would have gone, yeah, we just don't really acknowledge number 3. Like, it's kind of not in the continuity of the story that we're telling. But because Dr. Grant is in it, and it gets a little bit of credibility. So let's have a look at the pitch meeting for Jurassic Park 3.
So, you have a Jurassic Park movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So my assistant told me you want to call it Jurassic Park III. Is that a Spanish thing or what? No, that's 3. That's Roman numerals. Oh,
I never struggled
okay,
with
so it's an
the
Italian thing.
it's
just Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm already confused, but let's hear what it's about. Right, so at the beginning of the movie, this kid Eric and this guy Ben, they're parasailing next to Isla Sorna, right? That island has dinosaurs on it. It sure does, sir. But as they're up in the air, they look down and they see that the boat crew's been eaten. Oh, what ate the boat crew? Unclear. Off-screen ocean dinosaurs. So certain dinosaurs have left the island? That has insane implications. Yet definitely don't think about those too much, though. So they have to detach themselves, right, and fly off to the island. That island has dinosaurs on it. It does, yeah. And so then we're gonna catch up with Alan Grant. Remember him from the first movie? I do remember. Yeah, he's from the first movie. Yeah, and so he gets approached by this couple, right? Oh, couple of dinosaurs? No, humans, Amanda and Paul. Oh. And so they say that they want him to give them a fly-by tour of the island, and because they offer him a bunch of money to fund his research, he accepts. Yeah, just like his motivation in the first movie. Pretty much exactly, yeah. So Alan and his associate Billy, they end up on this plane with this couple and a couple of mercenary-looking types. Okay. And so Alan decides to have a little nappy nap, but when he wakes up, there's a raptor looking at him, and it goes, Alan. What? It looks at him and says Alan, but it turns out it's a dream, so he's fine. What the hell is going on? It's a dream raptor? It's a dream raptor. Because I think everybody could agree that the first two...
I just want to say, raptors are... I don't have, like, frequent nightmares or anything, but when I have a, like, intense dream where I wake up, you know, a little bit, like, out of breath or whatever, it's usually because I'm being pursued by velociraptors. I don't know why, but dream raptors are real. Fight me, bro. I'll die on that hill.
Movies were pretty fun, but what was missing was, you know, dinosaurs speaking to people in dream sequences. Yeah, I guess that could have made them a lot better. Anyway, so then it turns out that this couple, they're not even together anymore. They're divorced, and they're the parents of Eric, and he's been on this island for 8 weeks. Oh, very sneaky parents. Yeah, and this guy doesn't even have any money to offer. He runs like a paint and tile store. So Dr. Grant didn't look this guy up at all before accepting the job? I guess not, no. And how was he able to hire mercenaries and a pilot? Oh, off screen, don't worry about it. Right, so nobody verified that the check would clear or took a down payment for a massive transaction like that? That's what we're going with, so the movie can happen. Okay, gotcha. So anyway, they get onto this island, and Amanda, she's just screaming her son's name into a mega...
Yeah, that character is the worst, Amanda is, but I'm guessing that Kirby spent all his paint and tile monies on the mercenary and the plane, and then he didn't have enough left for Dr. Grant. That's my guess.
phone. What? That doesn't seem safe at all. It's not, so obviously her screaming attracts a big old dinosaur and they have to rush back onto the plane. Oh yeah, I bet they do. But as they're reaching the end of the runway, one of the mercenaries, Cooper, pops out and he's like, please stop the plane. Well, how'd he get to the end of the runway before the plane did? Unclear, but then a Spinosaurus jumps out and eats him and the plane crashes into the jungle. Oh no. Yeah, it's pretty rough. So then the Spinosaurus eats another one of the guys. So Amanda and Paul have immediately gotten 2 people killed just by being loud liars. That's right, yeah. So they're like the human antagonists in this thing, if I understand correctly. No, sir, there are no human antagonists in this one. These are the people we're supposed to be rooting for. Yikes, okay, they seem very unlikable. And then the Spinosaurus is gonna easily kill a T-Rex so we can establish how powerful this new dinosaur is. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, if you thought they were going up against something in the first 2 movies with a T-Rex, you haven't met the Spinosaurus. Oh boy, so what's up with the Spinosaurus? What's its deal? Well, it's a big dinosaur. It's a lot like a T-Rex. Oh, okay. So anyway,
Hey, come on. You gotta give him a break on that. I love the fact that they introduced like a new threat in this one. Like, oh, no, the Spino is even bigger than a T-Rex. Like, you know, we don't even have the tip of the iceberg. That's what that kind of said to me. And I was always on board with the Spino being the Spino Dino being the main, you know, threat in this movie. Other than Kirby and his wife, of course.
They find Eric's camcorder, but the batteries are dead. But luckily, this guy Udesky, he has a mag light, so they just use the batteries from that. Wouldn't a mag light use different batteries than a camcorder? There are different kinds of batteries? Yeah, I mean, a lot of different ones. Oh, that's why my remote doesn't work anymore. So what do they see on the camcorder? Well, they see that Eric survived the crash, right? But then they stumble upon Ben's corpse, so Amanda, she runs off into the jungle screaming, because that's her boyfriend. Oh, she freaking loves screaming. She sure does, sir. So then they find some raptor eggs, so everybody's like, oh, that's not good. So what do? Well, they go into this old lab building, and this raptor pretends to be dead in a tank of formaldehyde, and then he pops out and scares them. The raptor understands that formaldehyde is used to preserve dead raptors in tanks, and so he pretends to be one. That's what we're going with. They're very smart creatures, with a solid understanding of tissue preservation techniques, I guess. So what happens next? Well, the group runs away, and they all get split up, and Udesky dies. Oh!
Hey, if we're gonna try and put some realism onto that, the raptor, if there was a bunch of other dinosaurs in formaldehyde inanimate, then I think the raptors would be able to figure out that being inanimate in that spot would appear them to be a non-threat. Just saying, raptors are pretty smart.
Oh no, battery guy. Yeah, and then Alan stumbles upon Eric, who, as it turns out, is still alive. Wow, how did he survive? Well, he found a bunch of supplies, and he has a thing of T-Rex urine. What? How did he get T-Rex pee? Oh, well, Alan asks them the same thing, and he's like, oh, you don't want to know. Okay, but how does he get it, though? You don't want to know. But I do. I would like to know. Oh, well, crap. Hopefully nobody else does, because I don't have an answer to that. Well, okay, then. So what happens next? Well, everybody reunites at this big fence barrier thing, because they all heard the ringtone from Paul's satellite phone. Okay. But it turns out that Paul doesn't even have his phone. The Spinosaurus swallowed it, and he's just standing there looking at them. How does this dinosaur sneak up on them? Doesn't he shake the ground with every step like the T-Rex? Every time, sir. Except this time, because I want the characters to be surprised. Fair enough. So why is it still chasing them? Well, I mean, it's a predator, sir. It wants to eat. Right, but it just killed a massive T-Rex, right? That's food. Yeah, well, he's not in the mood for T-Rex meat. I don't know what to tell you. A very picky eater. So they run away, but this thing, it smashes right through the barrier. Oh boy. So they run inside a little building and lock the door, so, you know, they're safe now. Can't the Spinosaurus break that too? Well, no, they locked the door. Right, but the thing just smashed through a giant metal barrier. Well, the door is locked. I mean, the barrier was locked too, right? Listen, sir, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about how locks work, okay? Oh, okay, let me get off of that thing. So they all keep making their way to the coast, but they come across some pteranodons, these big flying murder birds. Oh no. Yeah, and so they struggle for quite a bit, and everybody manages to escape, except Billy. Frickin' murder birds, that's terrible. Yeah. It is, sir. And so eventually they find the satellite phone in a big old pile of poop, and Alan uses it to call Ellie Sattler, remember? She's from the first movie. She sure is, sir, but the Spinosaurus comes back, and he's still hungry. So what do? Well, they manage to start a fire with a flare gun, and the Spinosaurus, he's like, oh, okay, whoa, never mind, okay. Oh, that's it, no more dinosaur. Yeah, he takes off, he's all done, but then some raptors show up. Oh, they do? Yeah, because see, Billy stole some of their eggs earlier in the movie, so they would like to have those back, and also maybe do some murdering. Oh man, it's gonna be tough to get away from raptors. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, see, Billy made a 3D printed raptor resonating chamber, which, as it turns out, you could play like a little flute. Very adorable. Yeah, and so Alan blows into this thing, and the raptors are like, oh, we didn't realize you were also raptors. We'll head out now. So they're not smart anymore? They're not, no, because the movie's almost done. Well, okay then. So then the main characters get to the beach, and there's a guy in a suit standing there. What? And then the Navy and the Marines show up. Why'd they start by sending a guy in a suit by himself? Unclear. That works. So they all get on a helicopter, and then they look out the window, and they see some pteranodons flying away from the island. Oh no, the murder birds are free? That's horrible. No, we're gonna play it as a nice moment, and then that's it, we're done. Oh, it's done. Yeah, the movie's over, we're done. Just like that. It's over, it's just abrupt, straight ending, get out of here, go home, everybody. Oh, abrupt endings are tight. Hey guys, it's Ryan here, hope you like that pitch meeting.
Abrupt endings are tight. Oh man, yeah, that was a good point. I never really, I mean, by the end of that movie, I was probably just like had already completely checked out. But why was there some guy in a suit on the beach before the actual like support teams show up to evacuate those people from the island? Jurassic Park 3 definitely the worst of the whole series. I'm so much of a fan of the whole series though that I still give that one a chance every now and then. I didn't hate the Spinosaurus. I actually kind of dug all of that. I mean, yeah, it's a bit weird that they just went into a building and locked the door and the Spino's like, okay, sorry guys, I'll come back later. But man, that was a great video. I guess I'll jump onto the Jurassic World pitch meetings while I'm at it. I guess there's only a couple more of those left, and we've got another one of those movies coming out pretty soon. So interested to go and see that one in the cinemas when it comes out. But let me know what you guys thought about this one in the comments. If you're new to the channel, please drop a like and subscribe. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. And as always, everyone, be well, stay safe, look after your friends. See you in the next video. Peace.